A couple outlets were able to go hands-on with an early build of VR Skater for the PSVR2. Here's what they had to say. Now, pretty recently, I saw a bunch of videos posts from different outlets all saying they got to go hands-on with VR Skater. And the first thing I thought to myself was, hey, I'm here too. I'd love to play it and talk about it. Skateboarder. But besides being really jealous that they got to play a game that I cannot wait to play, I was able to learn some things about it. So for example, IGN put out a video, and I know you guys love to hate on IGN, but I will say I was happy to say that the preview that came from the person working at IGN, they were an actual skateboarder, and you could tell in the way that he was talking about the game that he actually skated, and he kind of talked about that in the video. Now, he had stated that he had his doubts about this game of how real could it really feel compared to actual skateboarding, but said those doubts were lifted after doing his first kickflip in VR. Also stating that this is a very challenging game and will take more skill and practice than any skateboarding game before it. Now, are you sure about that one, man? Have you ever played Thrasher, Skate and Destroy, or even the new Session? Those are pretty frustrating.
Hey, it's me, Tony Hawk. Check out today's sponsor, VR2.
Now, if you wear glasses and you want to be even more comfortable in VR skateboarding, look no further than today's sponsor, VR2. VR2 gives you the ability to send them your prescription, and then they will create custom lenses sent right to you that you can use with your PSVR2 headset or other leading VR headsets, so you no longer have to wear your glasses when in VR. It's such an easy installation, and they can be taken off and on with ease, so you can switch between whoever is using the headset. I've seen many people complain about having to wear glasses while in VR, so this is your solution right here. Head over to VR2 and use code GUNJUCK for 10% off your order. Thank you again to VR2 for sponsoring this video. Now, while the presentation and the layout of some of the menus takes from Tony Hawk Pro Skater, this is nothing like Tony Hawk Pro Skater. You're not going to be doing some of the crazy tricks and combos that you see in that game. So while you'll be pressing X to both ollie and stick your landing, everything else is simply done within the motions of your hands, almost like you're using a virtual handboard. And what I mean by that is your right hand is your right foot, your left hand is your left foot, and you're gonna do it exactly like how you would if you were actually skateboarding. That's why I also feel like more than ever, and even he stated in the video, that if you do skateboard, like myself, you're gonna be a little more intuitive with how to do the controls because you already fully understand how that works. So for example, right, knowing that right foot, left foot, boom, kick flip, heel flip, tray flip, varial heel.
You're a fake and a fraud.
And just for frame of reference as well, we saw PSVR2 without Parole also got to do a preview build of this game, and he talked about how it was like learning a brand new language, but a language that he's excited to get better at. And I think that kind of showcases right there, coming from somebody who previewed the game who does skateboard compared to somebody who previewed the game who doesn't skateboard, that if you don't skateboard, it's gonna take a little bit more of a learning curve for fully understanding everything. Even for those that maybe have played skate and understand how everything works with the sticks, that'll help you out a little bit, but even actually doing legit real skateboarding with your feet, you'll better understand exactly how everything's going to be working with using the Sense controllers acting as your feet. Now, PSVR2 without Parole also stated that the game seemed very promising, and also the levels were a lot wider than what he thought they would be based on the trailers that we've gotten, where it seemed like you'd be in more of a kind of a narrow pathway of what you get to skate, but it was a lot wider and you had more choice of where you want to go. As well as the last thing he stated was that he wished he had more time with the game. So that's always a good sign when somebody gets a little taste of it and they still want more. Now, some of the pain points that the IGN article talked about was that he was having trouble doing a board slide, which he was kind of confused as to, like, a board slide is one of the first grinds you learn as an actual real skateboarder, and it's very easy. Compared to this, he kept having trouble with it and thought that was kind of odd that there was that frustration, even though he felt like the tutorial taught you very well. Also stated that the game could benefit from having more accessibility features, maybe something similar to like Session. I will say, man, Session can be a very tough game, but in the settings of Session, you have a million different things that you can change to make the game both harder, easier, and really tweak it to the way that you want it to be. So I hope they will have some of that coming out in VR Skater, but we'll see if it's something that happens at launch or maybe something they kind of patch in later on just to allow more people to have access to the game. Because while I'm fully like all for developers making a game exactly the way they want to make it, I think it is important to have those accessibility features so that way, no matter what skill set you're at, you can have fun with that game. And then the last pain point he talked about was after you fall in any trick that you're doing, when you respawn, you just respawn just a little bit away from where you just fell, compared to you can't set a marker and just get right back to it like you would in Skate. You actually have to like press start, go into a menu, go somewhere else, and then get back to the starting point where you first started at. So hopefully something that they'll be able to change in the future, as I think that is key to skateboarding, is you can just keep trying exactly where you started from again. And I believe he did state that in certain challenges, it does that, where it always starts you from the same point. But if you're just kind of free skating, it's not as intuitive. So hopefully something will be added to that either before the launch or right after the launch. But all in all, he did end his preview stating that all pieces of the puzzle fit, and it's just a very exciting new game for the PSVR2. Now you can currently play an early access build of VR Skater through Steam. If you do have a PC that you can play it on, you can do that right now. Currently it's showing that that would be $19.99 on the Steam early access page, and right now it's sitting at about 184 reviews at a very positive score. Now me personally, I am so excited to get my hands on this game. I grew up skateboarding. Skateboarding is such a big part of my life. It's truly helped mold me into the person I am today. I've been doing it for more than half of my life. I grew up on the Tony Hawk games. I love EA Skate. I do play Session on my Steam Deck. Every skateboarding game, I'm always gonna give it some time because I love skateboarding so much, and it is that excitement of learning a new trick, whether in real life or in a video game. And that's something that I've been getting a lot of out of playing Session is, man, because the game is tough, it is that much more rewarding when you do hit a line that you're really trying to get. But it is always good to go back to Skate. Obviously, I still jump into Skate 3 just to be able to play that almost perfect blend of simulation and arcade. So really excited to see what VR Skater does, as getting to play it in virtual reality just sounds like a match made in heaven for me, that I can just sit in my game room, plop on my beautiful PSVR2 headset, and just get to skateboarding. And also, it may open it up to more people, man. I think a lot of people who started skateboarding then started playing the skateboarding games, or a lot of people who played Tony Hawk ended up getting into skateboarding because of it. So it kind of goes both ways. And man, I'll tell you right now, if you never stepped on a skateboard, do it. Like, try it out. It's, yes, you can get hurt. It's very tough, but man, is it so much fun and so rewarding. And that's exactly what I think we're going to get out of this game. So, you know, hats off to Deficit Games. Super excited to see that they are putting so much effort into this, because I feel like this could have been a quick little cash grab, give you kind of little crappy whatever game, yeah, sure. But no, it seems like they're actually trying to give you a great skateboarding simulation in VR. And once again, something great for the PSVR2, because I am loving that headset, and I truly feel like it's not getting enough love online from major media outlets. They all kind of want to hate on it when it's like, it's doing very well, and it is, it's so great. If you know somebody who has it, go try it. Or if you got the funds, go buy it. If you got that PS5, make it happen. PSVR2, you will not regret it. So many good games, and I know more are coming in the future. But even from that recent Sony showcase that we just got, they showed off some other great stuff. But VR Skater, looking great. I cannot wait. But more importantly, what are your thoughts? Are you excited to play this game? Do you think it looks good? Do you own a PSVR2 headset? Do you want a PSVR2 headset? Let me know down below. And as always, I appreciate you joining me today, and have a great rest of your day.